Alright, what's up? I'm gonna check it in like 2 minutes.
I'll check it. You want to put it back on this side?
It's right there.
You don't want to shave?
It's right. We're already up right now. It's already on. That's what I'm trying to say.
But it's better for me. I can see it. And I can see the time. So I can.
We give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Baruch, double honor to the apostles that rule well. Salutations to the brothers of the four corners of earth, wishing to shoot Brother Ed got the floor.
Yeah, we'll go over not a basic for us, but very complicated lesson for the 2/3, right? So we go over Gentile today. Before we get into that, can we get 1 Peter 1:21 about the private interpretation?
Go ahead, excuse me. First Peter 1, verse 21.
Is that the scripture? I didn't write it down.
Second Peter.
Yeah, verse 20.
First Peter chapter 1.
Yeah, verse 20 to 21. 2 Peter 1, 20 to 21.
Okay. Oh, Second Peter 1, chapter 1, verse 20 and 21. Know this first, that no prophecy of Scripture is of any private interpretation. For the prophecy came not in the old time by the will of man, but holy men of Yahweh spake as they were moved by the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, so whatever we preach out here, we preach thus saith the Lord. Words that the Lord gave unto his prophets of the old time. It tells you Romans 15 verse 4, it said that was written aforetime, was written for our learning. So when we go over topics like Gentiles or the destruction that's coming, we go over thus saith the Lord. We go over the scriptures. So we don't go over private interpretation. That's why you don't see us in these temples made by man's hands. Because what they teach is not of the Lord. What they teach is of their own hearts, of what they think it is, of their own emotions. Because when you think about it, you come with this love everybody spirit that all nations have the promise the Lord gave unto Israel, then that means that's coming from your own emotion. That's coming from your own heart. And the Lord said the heart is deceitful, according to Jeremiah, I think 17:9. So that's why we can't just go by our own emotions, because your emotions can deceive you. Your emotions could be a good or a bad thing. You know, it's like, you know, you might love somebody truly, but that person's evil and they have evil ways. You got to cut them off from your life. You don't want that bad apple rubbing off on you. So you got to know when to use emotion and when to use logic. When it comes to Gentiles, you got to use logic.
Yeah, because that aura will rub off on you. Just like my brother. Like my brother back in the day was always mean, always storming at the house, you know, especially when he get reproof. So after a while, I started adopting his attitude, started being mean in the house and so on. And that's naturally, that's not really me. So, you know, so it's got a good point there.
That's right.
Yeah, you don't need that energy around you.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. That bad energy, you know, can rub off on you, and you can end up, you know, doing some of the things that you swore you would never do, just because you're around that person too long. Mm-hmm. You know, so yeah, I need the scriptures on that too, about, you know, who you hang around with and stuff. Yahushua did, you know, he drank wine with publicans and sinners, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't, you know, that close to them to where he was changing with the mission that he came to fulfill. He came to fulfill the law, not to destroy it, right? Mm-hmm. You know, he didn't come to destroy the law or the prophets. You know, and this law was given to the nation of Israel. We was given that promise. It wasn't given to everybody. You know, and there's multiple scriptures that we will go over, and there's multiple scriptures that we probably won't even get to, just because there's so much on this topic. But when people hear John 3:16, you know, there's just like that stumbling block right there. You know, you could bring out hundreds of scriptures, but they will still just flock to John 3:16. Now, this is meaning that you have Edomites at work that you can't, you know, quote unquote, be cool with them. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's where you're getting your daily bread, right? And you never know. That Edomite could be an Israelite, just because the confusion of faces, according to what, Daniel chapter 9 and 8. So, but deep down in your heart, you know who the law was given to you. You know, right now is our time to fight. It's our time to know who we are. And we know that we are the nation of Israel, and the promise is given to us. You got something for our
This is Proverbs 13, verse 20. It said, keep company with the wise, and you will become wise.
That's right.
Right? If you make friends with stupid people, you will be ruined.
Yeah, that's true. So you make friends with people that smoke it once all the time, always want to get drunk. Every time you around and they want to go get a bottle, you're going to end up just like them.
Mm-hmm.
Because at some point you're going to give in to their habits. Yeah, you don't smoke, but you might be drinking. You might be drinking more than they even smoke, just because you're around them so much. If you're around friends that have ambitions and they want to do better for themselves, self-improvement, you know, whether it's a career or if they're in this word, in this law, then iron sharper than iron.
Sure.
You know, you're going to help each other out. Like, hey, I think we should do this, or we should do better on this or whatever. Or like two people that go to the gym, they help each other out. You know, you might give different tips to each other. Like, oh yeah, you know, when you're doing your squats, you know, you hit your squat this way or whatever. You know, and so on and so on.
One more precept.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 15:33. Do not be deceived. Evil company corrupts good habit.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Yeah, evil company. What did it say? Evil company.
Evil company corrupts good habit.
Corrupts good habit. Yeah, you might be on the road. You might be, you know, going to your scriptures. You might be working out, and then you start hanging. You know, you start wanting to get social. You go to the bar every weekend, and then you find yourself going to the bar every weekend, and then you start drinking during the week. And then suddenly you missing days going to the gym. You missing days studying. You're not studying yourself approved anymore. And you start falling off from what you was doing before. So you gotta have the balance. Yeah, you can hang out, but don't let that, you know, stop you from doing the good you was doing. Don't be like the crowd. Don't be like everybody else. Because everybody's not gonna save you. Nobody's gonna save you but the Lord.
It's really and truly nobody supposed to be really be drinking on the weekday unless your stomach is acting up or you feel like you're about to catch a cold.
Yeah.
You know, you drink a little tincture, alcohol tincture, or with herbs in it. Vodka with a little vodka with a little what's that? Some lemon.
Yeah.
You know, that's when, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, but on a regular basis, just to drink alcohol on the weekend.
Yeah.
I mean weekday. Come on now.
And say I don't know if he's probably not eating much, but man, I got this guy at work. He drinks every day. You know, he spit alcohol in his breath. I don't know how he does it, but
And that's a form of depression.
it is.
That's a form of depression.
Might be something going on there.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
It is a form of depression. And when you get depressed, really truly, you should try to do more good habits, actually. You should try to work on yourself even more. Get your mind off the things that's keeping you down. You know, because when you start going into alcohol abuse or any type of drug abuse, you actually just depress your system even more. You keep yourself in that negative state of mind. So you think these drugs are really helping you. They're really just destroying you more. It is kind of hard, like, when you're going through something. We're going to get back to the Gentiles in a minute, but when you're going through something, it's like, you know, you should go to the gym, work out, but like you kind of get to this mind state where you don't even want to do anything. You just want to sit there and think about the things you can't even control. You know, the Lord is, that's what Scripture said, the Lord does not give us a spirit of fear. And what's synonymous with fear is anxiety. This world can give you anxiety very easily. Like, oh man, what if this happens? Or what if this person don't want to talk to me no more? Yeah, it's easy to fall in that mind state. When you do, try to get in the Word, or try to do something that can educate you, or try to do something that's physical, like going for a walk. And I take notes from my dad. He goes for walks every day. Those walks really help your mind. They help your mind state.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, that's a funny thing because I was telling my Ip yesterday that I see that he's more relaxed. You know, he's guarding his spirit much better because any little thing will flare Ip up. So by him exercising and releasing dopamine, which dopamine is good for the brain. It's a hormone which makes you feel good.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so you give credit to where it's due. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best antidepressant. I hope I'm saying it right. The best antidepressant is working out and eating correctly.
Sure.
And you know, we can talk about health all day, but also what you eat, you are what you eat as well. Because when you eat, whatever you eat, your body creates your new cells off of what you ate. So if you're eating bad foods, you actually become the fast food. You know, so in order, also if you're resting state of mind, eat good foods. It's going to help you feel better in the long run. So I got this big dude at work, right? There's some things you see at work that you really, it's like flustered very easily. Things that a logical man can make good decisions on. His estrogen is too high. He's big. Your estrogen girl when things slightly go wrong. You know, it's because what you put in your body, eating these nasty. If y'all men are getting emotional very easily, check your estrogen might be too high, your testosterone might be low, just because of what you're putting in your body.
That's right.
Yeah, let's go to Deuteronomy 32 and 8. It's amazing how the spirit works, though. You know, you start with one lesson, and then, you know, you start talking about something else. Because during the week, you know, you see certain things that you can relate to. When you come out in the works, you know, you talk about it. You talk about your testimony that other people can probably relate to, right?
Deuteronomy 32, verse 8.
Yeah.
Or you want me to start us up? Or you go straight to the point? That's all.
All right, yeah.
When the Most High divided the nation, he set the bounds of the people.
Yeah. Divided to the nations their inheritance, and that don't is an integration, right?
Yeah.
It don't sound like integration. It don't sound like what Martin Luther King was teaching at first before he raised people to burn. So these churches, what they do is they forsake the Old Testament. You know, you would understand Gentiles better if you divided the nation, put them all in the same schools, had them go to the same churches. He didn't say none of that, right? So why would the Lord change his mind? It said the Lord is what, the same day? He's the same yesterday, today, and forever, right? So if he divided the nations here, why would he just change his mind and be like, oh yeah, everybody could be saved in John 3:16?
And that scripture you brought up, it goes back to a word called apartheid, right? Apartheid was big in South Africa, Johannesburg, when the white folks had more rights than the Negroes back then, right? But the word apartheid means a policy or system of segregation or discrimination on grounds of race.
Wow.
That's apartheid right there.
So the Lord discriminates.
That's right.
Yeah, the Lord discriminates. So yeah. So that alone, you just read that scripture alone, you won't even really need to go over the rest of the lesson. But because our people are so hard headed, you have to really like get down, get deep, really explain. Okay, the word Gentile is mean. You know, this is Israelite foreigners that were dwelling in the lands and they were keeping the customs of the heathens. And it's happening today. Don't we have our people eating shrimps and lobsters and pork? Don't we have our people in these different religions like Muslim and, you know, these different sects that came from the Vatican? We have that today. You know, we have our people that think they're Africans. Those are Gentiles. They're not keeping the laws that the Lord gave to us.
Right.
Oh man.
Oh.
You came to some time to see it.
Yeah.
Somebody better get that
Oh my
165.
God. Somebody about to-
Got her snacks.
Hebrews 13.
That.
Look at the money.
Hebrews 13 and 8.
Oh.
Yeah, that was 675, I think.
Hebrews 13, verse 8. Yahushua is the same yesterday and today and forever.
He's the same together.
So why would his words change?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I feel bad.
He said, lo, I come in the what? In the volume of the book.
So it's written to me.
Right?
That's a good point. Yeah, so the Lord came to volume of the book. So again, Yahushua came to fulfill the law, right? So let's get who the law gives. Let's go to Psalm 47. It's not even on. None of this stuff hasn't even been on my lineup yet. Psalm 47, verse 19 to 20.
We could always do a part two, man. We could go sit down too.
We go all day on Gentiles.
Oh man. You ain't lying. Psalms 147?
Yeah, 19 to 20.
Psalms 147, 19 and 20. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and judgment unto Israel. He has not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgment, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh.
Get in it. He can't pull it if you in it. I used to choke out, baby. He might not drop that motherfucker, but he can't pull it while you in it.
Anyways, that was a distraction. Yeah, so he gave the law, statutes, and commandments to Israel, right? And it said he had not dealt so with any other nation. We already showed y'all that Yahushua is the same forever, right?
That's right. That's right.
So he said he had not dealt so with any other nation. With that, actually, let's go to Psalm 50:16.
Psalm what?
Psalm 50:16 about who are the wicked to declare the
Psalm 70, verse 16.
Psalm 50.
Sorry, bro. So I saw this thing going on in front of me.
Yeah.
Psalm 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked, Yahweh says, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
We know who the wicked are. We know the wicked are, mostly evil, but also the other nations. Because, what is wicked is what the opposite of holy. The Lord said that we're a holy people, according to Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
So who are the wicked to declare the law, statutes, and commandments? Who is Esau in the church thinking he's holy and now holding the Bible? When the Bible condemns him, it condemns you. Lord, he divided, he discriminated against you. Romans 9:13, it said, for Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. And Esau's not just talking about, they always try to say, oh, that's just talking about that one particular person. It's talking about that whole race. Because Jacob was given the promises, right? So Jacob, he was just a start, right? And his name was changed to Israel. We are Israel, it's a people.
That's right. This is our precept, Romans 3, verse 19. Now we know that what things soever the Lord saith, is said to them who are under the law, that every mouth may be stopped, and all the world may be guilty before Yahweh.
That who are under the law, we know that who's under the law is the nation of Israel. We know, and we know it's not the wicked, we know it's not the heathen, because the Lord said, who are you to declare our law, statutes, and commandments, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, so, it was given to us at Mount Sinai, even though we disobeyed the law, and that's when you get the Gentile, right? Because it said during that time when Moses had went up to get the tablet stone, our people started worshiping the golden calf. That was like one of the first sets of Gentiles right there. They started worshiping other gods.
Sure.
Same way they did when there was worshiping Princess Diana in Acts. They was worshiping Princess Diana, and Paul had the cover. Or was it? Is that you remember that? It was Peter, Paul, or Abba. When they was worshiping Princess Diana in Acts.
That's an Acts.
Yeah, it was.
That's an Acts. I think it's
somewhere
Paul.
19.
I think Paul. I was trying to remember who had to condemn him. I think it was Paul.
I think it was.
It was Peter, right?
It was Paul. I think it was Paul and Silas.
Paul and Silas.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because people was worshiping, these gods that don't even exist.
Because they were worshiping. I think they were worshiping Zeus as well.
Yeah.
This is a precept. This is GNT. 2nd Ezra 3, verse 19. The dazzling light of your presence passed through the 4 gates of fire, earthquake, wind, and frost, in order to give the law and its commandments to Jacob, descendant, the people of Israel.
Ah, that's perfect. So,
Yeah.
it said descendants, right? The people of Israel.
That's right.
It's not just talking about, that particular person. You had some people that kind of illiterate and try to interpret it in a different way. That's why the Lord said we're not of any private interpretation. What we speak of is what the Lord gives us. So the law was given unto Jacob and his descendants, which is the nation of Israel.
And it wasn't given to Esau at all.
Right. It wasn't.
It wasn't given to these damn Edomites. And I'm going to prove to
You
you.
didn't even get the blessing.
That's right. Let me prove to you. This is, shall went up a little bit. 2nd Ezra 3, verse 15. You made an everlasting covenant with him and promised him that you would never abandon his descendant. You gave him Isaac, and to Isaac you gave Jacob and Esau. You chose Jacob and his descendant and became a great nation, but you rejected Esau.
Wow.
So why Esau got the law in his mouth?
Yeah. Why is he in the churches?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got the Roman Catholic, the Vatican. What they really do is they really just twist
Look at your feet. Look at your little feet. Little Crocs.
Oh, you told the crop.
Yeah, that little feet right there hanging up the thing.
He ain't gonna drop that though. She gets to sit there all day. He ain't gonna drop it. Yo, let's go to Acts 2.
Right now.
What'd you say?
Let's go. Oh, we got the money. Let's go to Acts 2, verse 5 to 10.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Every time we come out here, we see
Beautiful.
somebody getting their car towed.
It's not really a funny sight because all Jacobs are oppressed, man.
Yeah.
All Jacob is going through hardship. But at the same time, he got a job that he has to do.
Well, he didn't have to go.
Acts 11.
Oh, you said Acts 2 verse 5?
Yeah, it's 10.
This is Acts 2 verse 5 through 10. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven.
Yes, that's right. We already know there was Jews there, right?
That's right.
Dwelling at Jerusalem, Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven. When they hear every nation under heaven, they're thinking,
The other nations too.
so they're thinking that anyone could be a Jew. You know, those Ashkenazi, those rats out there, those are not real Jews. Those are Jewish. You know, they're pertaining to, but they are not biologically the real Jews of the Bible.
That's right.
That's like one day you say, "Oh, I'm Chinese." You might be Chinese-ish, Asian-ish, Moabite-ish. You're not a Moabite because your blood is not Moabite. You know, you could do their culture all day. You could give as much egg rolls as you want. You're not going to be an Asian. You're not going to be a Chinese. That's not your blood right there. So it's the same thing with those Jewish that's out there. They're not the real Jews. We know that. Now, the real Jews were dark-skinned men, dark-skinned brothers and sisters. So when it says out of every nation under heaven, and we can go to Isaiah 11 later, where the Lord's going to deliver us from different parts of the world, that's what it's talking about, different parts. But as we read...
Even a Shaka Zulu. Shaka Zulu is not even a heathen. Shaka Zulu came from a tribe of Bantu, the Bantu tribes. So they were speaking Hebrew, right? And Shaka Zulu was a powerful crew, man. You couldn't go over there and just take over their territory.
Yeah.
You know, they had a movie based on got him.
He get it from
They
the
had a
back.
movie based on Shaka Zulu.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got him from the back too.
They do not.
So I got a precept there.
It's not even latched on yet. Yeah, it's like you.
Isaiah 11, verse.
Oh, you getting that now? I want to finish Acts first.
Okay, no problem.
6 to 10.
Yeah, Acts 2.
He drove off.
He could have jacked up his bumper like that.
He drove off that.
Oh my gosh, I can't do my job like that. At least have a heart. You see the man came out the store. He's still trying to look up his car.
Acts 2, verse 5. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven. Now, when this noise abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded, because that every man heard them speak in his own language. And they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, Behold, are not all these which speak Galileans? And how hear we every man in his own tongue, wherein we were born?
This is where people get confused from 9 to 10.
The Parthians and the Medes, which are Elamites, and the Elamites, and the dweller of Mesopotamia, and in Judea, and Cappadocia, and Pontus, and Asia, Phrygia, and Pamphylia, in Egypt, and in the parts of Libya, about Cyrene, and strangers, Rome, and Jews and proselytes.
Yeah, so they think, you read it, they think that the Jews are, it could be an Elamite, it could be someone from Egypt, which you are correct, yes. But you got to remember that you call yourself an American, right? If you you live in Africa, you call yourself an African. You know, you're born in Asia, you might just call yourself an Asian. That's just because you dwell in that place. That doesn't make that's not your race. That's not your blood, right? When you look up the word Protestant, right? I got it written here. It's typed up here. The word Protestant means a Greek-speaking Jew, foreign residents. So that's what that means. We go to Isaiah 11. It's going to make more sense, right? So it says that they were real Jews who lived in Grecian provinces and spoke the Greek language. Right now, we're speaking a different tongue right now. We're not speaking Hebrew. We're speaking English. This is given to us by, you know, the how do you call them? The conquistadors? I'm saying it wrong.
Spanish?
Yeah.
The Latin Spanish came from
yeah.
conquistadors.
Yeah.
Right?
The English tongue that we speak now is a foreign language.
English.
We can go read that.
Which is a bastardized language.
That's right. It's not our true language. Mm-hmm. So right there, they were Greek-speaking Jews. They were coming from different parts of the world. They wasn't all coming from one place. So remember, we were scattered abroad according to James chapter 1:1. So that's why you call yourself an African. That's why people call themselves African American. Are you really an African American? Not really. You're an Israelite. You're a Jew according to the Bible. Okay. It says they were. Yeah. Go ahead.
It said after the fall of the Carthaginians, metropolis in North Africa, Roman power became dominant in the Barbary states. Under the Roman sovereignty
That's good. Okay.
and power, the Jews of Asia and North America rebelled. AD 115. The Jews considered themselves enormous enough to challenge the Roman authority in the east and the west. Because of their numbers, the Jews also almost subdued their adversary, who compelled them to suffer many atrocities and indignity. Right? Let's get straight to the main point. Oh, here we go. This is line up what you had. We just read in Acts chapter 2. The pagans and the Romans attacked the Jews indiscriminately. So those were the white Esau against Jacob.
That's right.
Right? Both the Jew soldiers and the uninvolved peaceful population without mercy. As a result of the merciless attack, many Jews fled to those parts of the northwest Africa known as Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, and Mauritania, right?
Wow, so
Many
yeah.
other Jews fled to the areas where Rome did not have any jurisdiction. This was to the region of the South and Sahara Desert and Sudan, right? So in Africa, you know, it's a lot of Israelites that's mixed in with those South Africans out there, right? But most of us is in the interior of the West, right? Sierra Leone, Cote d'Ivoire, right? I had a brother from Sierra Leone.
I got a homeboy.
Yeah, man. That brother, he was 62 years old. Nice dude, man. And they speak English in Sierra Leone. And Sierra Leone means lion, right? They speak English over there, and they speak Creole over there.
Yeah.
Creole is like a form of broken English. But there's nice people over there in Sierra Leone, man. So, but there's a lot of Israelites on that west side. All right.
Yeah, they make some good dishes too. Homeboy, his grandma made like this potato root dish.
Yes.
Delicious, man. And no pork in it too. You know, when they make it jollof rice, even Sierra Leone, they don't make they don't put shrimp in their jollof rice. They put like beef, chicken. You know, because maybe that line of Israelites never went over to eating a lot of shrimp or whatever. They know deep down inside that stuff ain't good for you.
That's right.
People know it in general when you talk to people like, oh, I don't eat bottom feeders. They know why, but yet they still eat it. It's weird. But yeah, that was a good point. That's more proof right there. And also the Romans were trying to force us to follow their customs. That's where the word barbarian comes from, because we didn't want to follow what the Romans were giving. We didn't want to follow their customs. You know, it's also First Maccabees chapter 1 where, you know, it's either okay, you put away your laws, you don't keep your Sabbath, whatever, you die. You know, we'll go over that too in First Maccabees, right?
Yes, excuse me. Sierra Leone would be Lion Mountain. Leon, right, means mountain. Sierra means mountain. All right. Just like when you see a bottled water, Sierra Springs, right? Yeah. Springs of the mountain. Yep. Sierra Mint. Right. Which is a bullshit ass soda. But anyway.
Yeah, it's like a fake ginger ale.
What is it?
Let's go to the one you was gonna bring out, Isaiah 11. About he's gonna deliver us from like pathros and all that.
Isaiah 11:11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and Egypt and from Patros. So Patros is the upper Egypt, right? Like the original name for Egypt in the Bible is Mizraim, right? That's really the name of Egypt, right? Assyria, that's the Middle East, so-called Middle East, right? From Assyria and Egypt and Patros, right? And Cush, and from Cush, those are Ethiopia, the Ethiopians, right? And Elam, right?
Elam,
East Indians.
In Acts 2:5, it said Elamites right there. So that wasn't talking about actual Elamites, East Indians. It's talking about the Israel that dwelled in Elam.
That's right. Right? And from Shinar today would be Iraq. That's where, who's that king? Nimrod. That's where Nimrod was dwelling. So Nimrod was here. He'd be in what? He'd be in Iraq. Right? It said Shinar and from Hamath in the islands of the sea. So the island of the sea consists of all the Caribbean islands.
Right. Yeah, Trinidad, Jamaica,
that's right.
Guyana. You know, we know some Guyanese brothers. Big up to Azar.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel. And he said the outcasts of everybody. So
yeah,
let's go hand in hand with Acts 2:5 through what? 9. It goes hand in hand. It goes together.
Yeah, this is the Old and New Testament. So how you gonna forsake the Old Testament?
Oh.
When the Old Testament, New Testament, they help explain each other.
Mm-hmm.
Clowns. Yeah.
It said, and it shall set up an ensign of the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
Are we dispersed? Yeah, there's Israelites in every state. There's Israelites in the islands, especially the islands. Africa, I was just explaining that. And mostly Sierra Leone. Some Nigerians are Israelites too, some of them. You know, there's Israelites even in Russia, you know, these different places. And like I said earlier, there's also confusion of faces. So someone might look like they're of another nation, but they might just be an Israelite. You never know. That's why we come out here, we got to teach no matter what. You know, even if it's an Edomite, if they are an Edomite, we teach them, okay, that you're an Edomite, this is your judgment. If you're an Israelite, this is the promise that was given to you. You know, that's our job as a prophet. The Lord said, if this is my kingdom, then will my servants fight. The Lord's going to put His Spirit in us to know who we got to destroy, who we have to cast out from this world. You know, we even got to destroy people amongst our own nations. A lot of our people are wicked, man. That's what we're talking about right now. A lot of people are in a Gentile state of mind, and they don't want to change. They don't want to come back to law, statutes, and commandments. You know, they forsake it any way possible. You got even your own family. They stay away from the pork, stay away from this. You know, this is the Lord's name. They even forsake the name sometimes. They try to find other names to call Him. Yeah.
There's no other name you're going to be saved.
That's right.
Hosea 8:8. Israel swallow up. Now shall there be among the Gentiles as a vessel where is no pleasure.
Yeah, among the Gentiles, right?
Yep.
So that's why some of our people, they get Muslims, they try to follow these different religions that these heathens keep, or try to act like them. You know, you changing you know, you're, how do you say it without getting flagged? Like, you join that community. You know what community I'm talking about. The colorful community. You join in that. You join in with the heathen. That's what the heathen do. Now they got more Israelites, you know, join that community than heathens now. I got, this is Jake in my job that's, you know, he's gone that way. You know what I mean? He's not straight. You know, stay away from his energy. You know,
A lot of flaming fairies out here,
yeah.
yo.
And yeah, y'all call it homophobic, but you around it, if you're righteous, right, or you try to be righteous, right, you know what's right, you know what's wrong. When you're around that energy, no matter how cool you try to be with them, it just doesn't feel right. You know there's wickedness. You know, no matter how you try to look at it. Yeah, this world can accept that stuff, but that doesn't mean it's correct. Just because you accept something doesn't mean it's right. It's like you saying blue is red. Yeah, you accepted it, but that doesn't mean blue is actually red. It's still two different colors, no matter how you put it. You know?
Yeah, the scripture said be at peace with all men, but at the same time, scripture said to meditate terror. So when you're talking with these, you know, flaming fairies at your job or whatever, and they could be your boss too, but you meditate in terror, like, damn, put you in a big giant ass fucking ninja blender and just throw your ass in there. Alright? Meditate terror, yo. Oh, I can't wait till we become what's that thirsty instrument, man?
Right.
I want to chop your head off in half and just keep you alive, so you can see yourself in the fucking mirror.
That's some.
I would like to take your eyelids off and just put hot sauce in your fucking eyes, yo.
Or put them in a wood chipper.
Huh?
Wood chipper.
A wood chipper,
Or
yeah.
bring the brazen bull back.
Yup. And put just get a barrel, a wheelbarrow just full of fucking honeys, man, and just put you in a mountain of ants. Just leave your dumb ass there, yo.
That's some.
Take
dark.
over fucking fingernails off and just put Bragg's vinegar on your fucking fingernails, yo.
That's some medieval time torture.
Hell yeah. I'd love to do that shit.
Yeah. Mortal
Right.
Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, how wicked some of our people and the way these heathens are. You want them to really feel punishment. You
Yeah.
don't want them to go so.
Yup.
Especially for Edomites that put so much wickedness out there. You know, you got your riches by the sea. You know, you took countries and called it your own name. You know, I was just watching. I don't watch the show, but my brother watching Fargo, and you know, it was this Native American who was trying to get a drink. Edomite spit in his drink. You know, he spit in his drink, and he was like, he said something about you're not American.
You don't feel comfortable serving someone that doesn't want to be an American when they are the one, you know.
Native Americans are the truth. It was there first.
Yeah, you don't know how much power waiters have, man. Waiters and waitresses.
Yeah.
Don't ever try to argue with them.
Yeah.
Don't ever try to argue with them. They could put a booger. They could put a fucking virus in your fucking
Some
drink.
Black Widow venom in your food.
Yeah, don't ever argue with them.
Yeah.
They serve your food. You know what I'm saying?
Don't bite the hand that feeds you, right?
Yeah. Oh, one thing I want to do to Edom, might cut his fucking arms off and just bake this motherfucking itching powder.
Damn, that's
That's
that's wow. That's
Now you see where you got it from, right?
I think that's crazy.
Motherfucker be like,
Yeah.
scratch his soul with his toes. How the fuck you gonna do that? But anyway, let's see. Go ahead.
Let's go to Ephesians 2, verse 10 to 12.
Ephesians 2.
10 to 12. I think, what was that, 1 Corinthians? We knew that next 12:9 was said, when they were Gentiles, led away to these dumb idols.
Start at verse 10 right there.
Yeah, Ephesians 2, verse 10 to 12. Rest in peace, Raheem. This is his favorite scripture. It's like bringing this out.
Yeah, Ephesians 2, starting at verse 10. For we are his workmanship, created in Yahushua Mashiach, unto good works, which Yahweh has before ordained that we should walk in them.
Should follow in steps of Hashem.
Wherefore, remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision, by which is called circumcision in the flesh made by hands.
Yeah, so quick little input says that you being in time past, that's past this. How are you going to be? All right, so if you being in time past Gentile, that means you were a Gentile. Right? That's before you came back to the law, statutes, and commandments. Remember who you are, who your heritage is. So if this is talking about a Gentile that was someone like what an Edomite, then they're always going to be a Gentile, right? There's two different meanings right there. This is talking about Israelite foreign.
Yeah, they have the natural Gentiles and natural and unnatural Gentiles.
Yeah.
All right.
Verse 12.
So you're a Gentile. You are considered a Gentile when you don't keep the law, statutes, commandments.
That's right.
Right? Who were called uncircumcision. So they was called uncircumcision. By that which is called circumcision, and of the flesh made by hands. So this is like a twofold. So when you come into the truth, you be circumcised in the flesh, right? And you become circumcised in the spirit.
That's right.
Because now I was going to explain in verse 12 that at the time you were without Mashiach. There we go.
That's right.
When you was out without Mashiach, you was what? Uncircumcised.
That's right.
Right? Being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and the strangers from the covenant of promise, having no hope and without Yahweh in the world. But now, in Yahushua Mashiach, ye who are sometimes were afar off, and we read that earlier, Isaiah 11:11.
Yeah.
Far off are made nigh by the blood of Mashiach. Right? Israelites that were far off.
That's right.
What? Physically and also spiritually. Right?
Yeah, it says being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
How can you not get that? You know, so you're a stranger from the commonwealth of Israel. You became a stranger. Why? Because you acted just like the heathen. You're doing what the heathen. You surpassed the heathen even in their wickedness. You forgot who Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah was. Because you were what? You were led into these dumb idols, right? According to what is that 1 Corinthians 12? About remember you were Gentiles.
Yeah. So just like when you come over here from another country and they give you a what? An alien card. Alien just means stranger. But Esau is really the foreigner, right? So Esau is really the foreigner. He's really the stranger.
That's right.
Right? So what tricks a lot of Israelites, especially wacky-tacky Christians, when they see the word strangers, they think it's talking about a heathen. Strangers have two words. Ger, right? That's where you get Gershom, right? Strangers in a land. And another word, Nokir, right? Nokir are the heathens, right? But sometimes Esau, it's mistranslation in the Bible where when you see stranger, it say Nakir, but that's really a Hebrew Israelite. I got a cousin named Garfield, so he's all fucked up in the head with the word stranger. Yeah, when you say the strangers could be.
Oh, yeah, we're having
so that's fucked him up right there. Right? Because sometimes the blue letter Bible in the concordance, it goes off. So what he see on the surface, that's what he takes.
That's what he takes.
Oh man, what about Isaiah such and such, stranger? Anyway.
I mean, that just goes back to this bastardized language, though, because the Bible was in its original language, you have a better understanding of it. Because these words get translated to the English language, you have to look up words to their original meaning. That's why we have the blue letter Bible. You know, a lot of people don't look up that word world in John 3:16. The world has different meanings right there.
Sure.
You know, just like Hebrews 1 and 2 said the Lord created what worlds. The world is not just talking about, you know, this dome that we live in, this earth. The world is also these different classes, right? You have the sea world, you know, a world of cars, you know, a world of people, and then you have the world of Israel. You know, Israel is its own world, right? So that's why definitions are important. Words are very important. You gotta look them up. The same thing with circumcision. Circumcision, yeah, that's talking about physically. Because physically, we do gotta be circumcised. Because we know that Abraham had enforced that through Yahweh Shah in Genesis. But it also have to be spiritual. You spiritually have to be circumcised. You have to get rid of that old man. You have to get rid of that old nature. And that's why the last time I was out here, we were talking about baptism. Baptism is synonymous with Gentiles. As a Gentile, when you're coming back into the fold, you got to be baptized. Not physically, not just physically, but also spiritually. That's why the Lord he was done away with the physical baptism. He wants you to be baptized spiritually because he wants you to be spiritually circumcised and come back to the law, statutes, and commandments and actually be a doer of the word and not just a hearer of the word. So all these, it's amazing how all these topics really connect with each other, you know? You got to understand one topic to understand the next one.
Sure. Yeah. This is Sirach 1, verse 15. This is the GNT version, right? Because it amplifies and magnifies it. right?
Yeah.
Verse 15, you are invited, therefore, to read it with goodwill and attention, and to be indulgent in cases where we may seem to have rendered some phrases imperfectly. Rendered some imperfectly.
Yeah.
Despite our diligent labor in translating, for what was originally expressed in the Hebrew does not have exactly the same effect when translated into another language.
That's right. I mean, that's literally what I was saying.
Right.
Yeah. So that those words kind of lose some of their meaning, losing their meaning and understanding of those words when you translate it to Latin, Greek, and these different words, so people get confused.
That's right.
And that's why Matthew 13:9, the disciples actually house, I was like, why do you speak to this? Why do you speak unto them in parables? He's still speaking to these people in parables. He's just like he was talking about, our family member. He doesn't get it when he sees stranger. That's a parable to him. He's like, it's a stranger right there. Mm-hmm. Did you look up the word stranger? Did you look up the word Gentile and see that Gentile has different meanings in the blue letter? Mm-hmm. It could mean, a natural Gentile. It also means an Israelite foreigner. Yeah. So, she said that's why the Lord said, study to show thyself approved. Right?
Yeah, the Bible's like a puzzle. You just got to put the pieces together.
That's right.
Why would the Lord contradict himself? So God so loved the world, when he loved the God the Son, whoever believes shall not perish, right? So that world, when you start really going to the Tanakh and the Torah, you say, hold on.
Yeah.
The Most High was condemning the wicked throughout the whole book, then all of a sudden, he loved the whole world?
You read Psalm 147, 19 and 20, said, Lord, he had not dealt so with any other nation. Right? Let's go to first Maccabees 1:11.
First Maccabees?
Yeah, 1:11 going down. I think to like 15. The whole chapter is good, but we're not gonna get there all days. It's water for green. What was that? Is that from a scripture or was that from a?
That's what I just read?
Yeah, about the phrases thing.
Sirach 1 verse 15.
I never know that.
The G&T version.
The G&T explains. It puts more emphasis on certain things. And that's why you might understand the scripture better in the G&T sometimes rather than, because it's the same thing. If something's rephrased or reworded, you have a better understanding. And that's why the Lord, he had to put his prophets in his world. Because some people don't understand these scriptures, just reading it for face value. So you have the prophets really explain to you, okay, this is what the scripture means. This is what Acts 2 verse 5 continues. Yeah, so let's get that. Oh, you trying to get it?
Trying to get in the KJV.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta download the app. Grab the app.
First Maccabee.
1:11. 1:11.
All right, First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 11. In those days, when they're out of Israel, wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. And that's why one of the reasons why Kendrick, right, went back to the other side. Because Kendrick knew he was an Israelite. When you listen to Kendrick bars, he's a sharp dude, man. When you listen to his interviews, he's a sharp dude. But at the same time, he didn't want to lose that big ass purse, right? Of course, why lose your soul? Why get in the word and lose your soul? Right now, there's a discrepancy. Now there's a little beef. Not a little beef. It's a controversy where, what's his name? Lil Wayne should perform on the next Super Bowl because they doing it on Orleans. They always do the Super Bowl on Orleans. So, and we know Lil Wayne, he's a GOAT. He's a GOAT in his craft, man. So why didn't you have Cash Money Click? Why didn't you have, why do you have, what's his name? Lil Wayne perform. But
he's New Orleans.
He's New Orleans.
Kendrick has more hype right now.
So he
doesn't have as much hype.
So Lil Wayne feel a little salty about it. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, he's not upset with Kendrick, right? Kendrick, he blew that. What's that? They're Not Like Us.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit took off. Yeah. They're Not Like Us, right?
Yeah,
took off.
Like yeah.
All right. So my Drake is a 6'9" god. But anyway, it blew up. So it Kendrick kind of put rap back on the map again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Divert everybody's attention back to rap again. You know what I'm saying?
Well, rap exposure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it is what it is, But But you know, LL Cool J say, yo, he kind of told Lil Wayne, say, yeah, your time's gonna come, man. Your time is gonna come. You know.
Yep.
Yo, you already, Lil Wayne's in the top 10 of the rap monument. He's up there.
He's my top 5.
Yeah, he's up there, man.
Yeah, always up there.
He's up there. So, you know, LL Cool J gave him much respect and credit, man.
Yeah.
You achieved a whole lot.
It just shows how talented our people.
Even though you worship Satan, but yo,
Yeah.
you achieved a whole lot.
Shows how talented our people can be, you know.
Yeah.
And they just trying to get 12, huh? Like 3 cars on that. Anyways. Yeah, but it's just, yeah, even though, you know, Lil Wayne is considered a TikTok, he's not, most definitely not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, but he's still very skilled in his craft.
Mm-hmm.
You know, metaphors, similes. You listen to a Lil Wayne song, sometimes I have to rewind it like 3 times. Just because the bar be like, oh, shoot, like, damn, he said that. You know, so it's just amazing how he could put those words together, you know, in this English language. We read verse 15, the first 91.
They should make it more.
Yeah, it's it. Damn. What Lil Wayne bar said, he said,
Because you're thinking it's just that stuff.
he said, I'll make you rain. Damn, what he said, that
I
bar.
think someone, we heard it in the car, I forgot it though.
He said, I'll make you rain. He said, told him, you know, he was rapping about, well, I'll make you rain. Something about sitting
Rainforest song.
Rainforest.
There's a song he had with
Yeah,
Kelly Rowland,
yeah.
right?
Rainforest. Was that called brainstorming?
Brainstorming.
Yeah.
I was like, what is little man be thinking about this shit, yo? Like, yo.
He don't even write his own stuff.
Yeah, he be high as fuck.
He don't write it no more, he just get on the mic.
Yeah.
But the thing is, ever since Lil Wayne, I think both Lil Wayne and Jay-Z said they don't write their songs. So all these trash rappers started coming out and just getting on the mic without anything to say with it. Lil Wayne can do that because he's skilled. Jay-Z can do that because he's skilled with it.
And Biggie.
Yeah, and Biggie. Yeah, Biggie just freestyle.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Hypnotized, but I think that was a freestyle song. He didn't write that.
I think Tupac was a writer. I think he wrote his bars on paper.
Yeah, he was a
Tupac
writer.
was a writer, Nas
But he was poetic though.
Yeah.
Tupac was a writer, Nas, Eminem, and DMX, they were writers. They
Yeah.
Writers.
prefer to write it down.
But they still legends though.
Yep.
Right or not. Where we
The
at it?
first night was 1 and 15.
So we back on Maccabee?
Yeah,
First.
Yeah, just read verse 15.
15,000. It said, and made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant and joined themselves to the heathens and were sold to do missions.
Yeah, so how do you make yourself uncircumcised? You can't physically put the foreskin back. So that's talking about spiritually right there. It says they made themselves uncircumcised. They forsook the holy covenant. So that's how they did it. They forsook the holy covenant and joined themselves to the heathen. So those are Gentiles. Right? They became Gentiles right there. They joined themselves to the heathen. So if they were an Israelite before, they became an Edomite. You know, because they would be following the customs of that. But in this case, that would be Edom, right? Mm-hmm. They joined what Antiochus was. Antiochus was Edom. You know, so they started following the ways of Esau. You know, so they started liking their steak medium rare. They started eating pork. They started doing abominable things that they shouldn't be doing. Like, you're an Israelite, man. You know, you're a royal priesthood. Why would you profane yourself? Why would you become unholy? Yeah, you actually become worse than people. You become worse because the Lord gave you the promise, He gave you the covenant, but you decided to be, unholy. You decided to degrade yourself and be a degenerate, and that's what Romans 11 comes in. That's also talking about the Gentiles. It talks about the wildolatry, right? Mm-hmm. And that wildolatry is talking about the Gentiles right there. You know, but that's a video on its own. Romans chapter 11.
Yeah, they had different Antiochus back then too. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Antiochus the fifth. Was that Eupiator? I don't know. All right, Eupiator, Eupator. Then they had an Epiphany, right? Antiochus the fourth, the Epiphany was the worst one.
Yeah,
he was a fucking devil, yo.
Yeah.
I think he the one that summoned those 7 boys to get massacred while the woman had to watch her sons get killed.
They wouldn't report.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, Yeah, they I think during the 1600s, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was shackles or whatever. I think they used to like funnel pork down our throats. They used to put like a funnel and just push it down. And now we're eating it willingly. That's what just makes me so angry. That's why I bring it up so much too. Because we knew that was wicked for us at one point. We were forced to do it, and now we just do it so willingly. And we try to get other brothers. They try to get other people to eat bacon and stuff. Like, you missing out. You ain't eating the bacon. You know your ancestors were forced to eat that. They were forced to eat the pig intestines. You eating it willingly now?
Bro, you so put bacon on every fucking
Yeah, they do.
thing.
They do.
When you watch those keto videos, bacon, like, god damn.
Yeah, in Costco, there's something called in Costco, they got this thing called the chicken bake. They got bacon on it. I'm like, damn, it's a chicken bake. Why you gotta put bacon on the chicken?
I'm like, damn, they sneaking in your salads. Bacon, bitches, they put that shit everywhere, yo. But they know why they do it, though. They cause Israel to sin.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right. That's why the Lord said, this is of my kingdom, then my servants fight. This is not of her. That's why it's so wicked.
Yes or no?
You can read, I don't know, I think it comes top one. Jeremiah 9:26, circumcision.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
We can't just go to
I think it starts from verse 25.
Jeremiah 9, starting at verse 25. Behold, the days come, says Yahweh, that I will punish all them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised, Egypt and Judah and Edom, and the children of Ammon and Moab, and all that are in the utmost corner that dwells in the wilderness, for all these nations are uncircumcised. So these are the natural, Gentiles. Right? In the house of Israel are the uncircumcised in the heart.
Sent straight to the circumcised in the heart. And that's what they did in Maccabees, right? They forsook the commandment and they made themselves uncircumcised. So therefore they became Gentiles.
Yep. So what's that? The church coons, tacky Christians, when they go to what's that? Romans 11?
Yeah.
Well, how they Gentiles be grafted in. Nah. Right? How can you be grafted in which you wasn't originally part of? Right?
That's right.
That branch was that branch, which is a tangerine branch and a tangerine tree, you could graft that back there because it's originally from the tangerine tree.
That's right.
You understand?
Yeah, it goes back. Yeah, that's a good analogy. In Romans 11, it talks about the wild olive tree, right? Mm-hmm. Those branches that fell off, the branches that got to be grafted back up.
That's right.
You become part of that wild olive tree. You're not keeping it. The Lord that told you to keep it. And you really think about it, New Testament really goes in depth about the Gentiles. Even the Old Testament talks about it, but you just got to open your eyes to see it.
The Lord have to open your eyes.
Yeah, the Lord got to open your eyes.
If you're a 2/3, you're a 2/3.
Yeah.
There ain't no hope for you, but a hot missile, a hot flaming missile. And that's why the Lord calls us a degenerate plant, right?
That's right.
This is Jeremiah chapter 3.
Oh, that's the scripture I was thinking about. Yeah, that's perfect.
Jeremiah chapter 3, starting at verse 20. Right?
Yeah.
This is it.
So like the degenerate plant?
Jeremiah 11, verse 16.
Jeremiah 2:21. Jeremiah 2:21. I don't know if that's what you're looking for.
Jeremiah 11, I start at verse 15. What has my beloved to do in my house, seeing she has wrought lewdness? There go Israel. Lewdness with many, and the holy flesh is passed from thee. When thou doest evil, then thou rejoicest. When our people does evil, they rejoice, man, and they follow this, man. Right? Yahweh called thy name a green olive tree, fair and goodly fruit, right? With the noise of a great tumult, he has kindled fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken. The branches are broken. So this is Romans 11 talking about they got to be grafted back in again. And that's what it had read about, what's that, Ephesians chapter 2.
Yeah.
The circumcision and uncircumcision, how they come back to the commonwealth. That's how they be grafted back in, coming back to the laws and statute commandments.
And the aliens come into the commonwealth.
That's right. That's right. That goes what, 2 Corinthians, what, 12? Or no, 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Right? It said, where am I? Oh, okay. Verse 16. And the Lord called thy name a green olive tree, fair and goodly fruit, with the noise of a great tumult. He has kindled fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken.
Thank you.
For the Lord of hosts that planted thee has pronounced evil against thee. For the evil of the house of Israel and the house of Judah, which they have done against themselves to provoke me to anger and offering incense to Baal.
Yeah. That reminds me about Jeremiah 44. If I said they burn incense in the pit of heaven. Mm-hmm. You also make yourself a Gentile by following these pagan holidays. You celebrating Christmas. You talking about what Halloween party you going to go to? Like, and that's what y'all like Halloween for. These parties. He's going to get dressed half naked. And get drunk.
And that's why Eve went off. Eve, she went to the tree of life. And what Eve did, that apple was symbolic that she was following the customs of the nations back then.
Yep.
Right? She was, that's why women go through menstrual. That's why women go through menstrual cycle every month, and that's why they have pain during birth. Because when female horses give birth, they don't feel shit.
Yeah,
that baby just fucking come out.
Yeah.
When animals give birth, they don't do that shit.
Yeah.
They don't do that. It just happens. It comes out.
Yeah.
The woman makes all sorts of noise, right? Because of what? Because of her sin.
Yeah,
because of sin.
Yeah.
Right? But in the kingdom, when a woman is pregnant and she's due, that baby gonna slip right out.
Yeah.
Without no fucking epidural. And that epidural has side effects.
No C-section.
No C-section. Right now, a lot of doctors is cutting Israelite women, right? They're not allowing them to give natural birth.
Yeah.
They're cutting them, their bellies right open and taking the babies out.
Yeah.
Right? I forgot the name of that hospital. I think my wife sent me an article. It's a hospital in New York City where they're killing Jake women.
Yeah.
They go in there, but they're not checking back out.
And I think the children kind of come out differently too. The C-section, they're not kind of, there wasn't given a proper birth.
Yes.
I don't know how true it is.
The doctors get more money through C-section.
Yeah.
Because they require surgery.
See, it's all about money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wicked.
Yeah, they don't want you to have no fucking natural birth. They want you to have C-section so they can cut you right open.
Yep.
Babies got more respiratory problems.
See, there you go.
Because they're not pushed through the birth canal.
Yeah, when you read scripture, you don't read about, Isaac, when Isaac was born, he was cut out of his mother. You don't see that.
Mm-hmm.
It was all natural birth.
Yeah.
We go over one more, I think everybody getting tired. Nehemiah 1 verse 8 to 9.
Can't be clean, God. Making yours look bad, boy.
Oh, yeah.
That one's clean, shiny.
You can go like an AutoZone, you get touch-up paint. Like you got scratches,
What are you talking about?
they give you touch-up paint. Yeah.
Yeah, it do look clean though.
You just throw some rims on yours, that's it. Go to AutoZone, get some rims.
Where the Before Reaper at?
Yeah.
Let's get Nehemiah 1 verse 8 to 9, please.
Nehemiah chapter 1, 8 through 9. Remember, I beseech thee, the word that thou commandest thy servant Moses, saying, if ye transgress I will scatter you abroad among the nations.
It's an only way to have mine.
Dang, right? That's when you get James 1:1, 1 Peter 1:1, right?
We read in Isaiah 11.
That's right. But if ye turn unto me and keep my commandments and do them, though there were of you cast out under the uttermost part of the heaven, which is America, yet will I gather them from thence and will bring them unto the place, and I have chosen to set my name there.
That's a synonymous to Isaiah 11. It said, yeah, you were cast out. Yeah, me too. Unto the uttermost part of heaven. Yeah, will I gather thee from things. So when we come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, the Lord's going to gather us. He's going to build back the nation of Israel. And that's what we're looking forward to. So, and it was more, we didn't really go over Hellenists.
Benji Lucky? Sorry, bro. Benji Lucky like that.
Yeah.
Lucky. There you go.
Yeah. Hellenist means non-Greek who speak Greek. A term used specifically of Jews who made Greek their tongue. And with it often adopted Greek idea and practices.
That's right.
Right? So yeah, there's different words.
Just like we are called Americans.
Yeah,
That's
that's right.
But that's not really our
Identity.
identity.
Yeah.
We are Hebrew Israelites,
That's right.
dwelling in the land of America.
That's right.
Just like Paul. Paul was a what? A Roman citizen.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
he was a Hebrew Israelite from what? From the tribe of Benjamin.
He was an Islander.
What?
But ma, I just don't.
That was
Well,
one.
listen.
Yeah.
So, we give all praises to Yahweh, Washan, Yahushua, Washan Record for Josh. Right? With Malawat for America, 2/3 heathens, he's out for the community. Shalom.